Hey everyone, welcome to this free Zoom Magic with Bodies. My name is Amy Shine, and I'm an access consciousness facilitator and also a 3-day body process facilitator. So, this is a Zoom really just to talk about bodies and magic, and what is magic with bodies. And magic really is ask and you shall receive. And it's actually one of the laws of the universe. And a lot of you have done, oops, if we could just mute people. Come on. So a lot of you have done some access classes, access consciousness, access bars classes, and you learned in that bars class about ask and you shall receive. So ask and you shall receive is one of the laws of the universe. Now, what if you could have that with your body? What is possible with your body? So how many of you know that you came to this reality, you came to this earth to create something different? And that included your body. Because, okay, you could, if you didn't have a body, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be on the earth. So to embody on this earth, you require to have a body. So what did you come here for? And why did you choose a body? Why did you choose embodiment in this lifetime? And what is the gift of embodiment that somewhere you know is possible? Otherwise, would you have really chosen to embody again? And so for me, for many years, I grew up in Ireland. It's a small little country, an island next to England. And I grew up there, and I grew up in a country where people didn't like their bodies. There was a lot of shame with your body. There was a lot of, your body actually was almost seen as a sin. Um, and we also grew up in a culture where there was a lot of guilt and there was a lot of regret, and people covered up their bodies a lot. And a lot of you, up until a certain age, enjoy your body. Like, think of yourself as a child. How much as a child did you love your body? You didn't judge it. You loved being naked. You loved running around in the grass. You loved running around in the mud. You weren't trying to create the perfect image of what you thought your body should be. You had a joy of embodiment. And then what age did you give up that joy of embodiment? At what age did you start to judge your body? And I remember the first time I started to judge my body, because I remember I didn't have any judgments of my body. And I was in school, and the girls my friends, they all had something they were judging about with their bodies. It was, oh, my thighs are too fat. Oh, my arms are, are too skinny. And I remember at that time thinking, oh, I need to find something to judge my body for here. So I invented the judgment of my body. And at that time I decided and I invented that my stomach was too fat. So, how many judgments do you have of your body that you invented to fit in? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and create it, please. Whew, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, only shorts, boys, and means. And that's the access consciousness clearing statement. That's really just to start clearing out those insane places where you have been dynamically inventing lies and judgments and using them against yourself. And every time you invent a lie or you come to a judgment of your body, you stop yourself from being able to change your body. You kill the magic you can have with your body. See, magic is ask and you shall receive. When you ask, you can receive. But if you have judgments in the way, you can't receive. Judgment stops receiving. So, how many judgments are you using? And how many judgments of your body are you using to not allow yourself to have the magic of ask and you shall receive? Everything that is times a gazillion can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, only shorts, boys, means. So I invented the judgments. I was 12 years old. I invented the judgment. Okay, my stomach is fat. And then that became my focal point. That became my issue. That became the thing that I could never change. Why couldn't I change it? Because it's a lie. It wasn't actually true. I invented the judgment to fit in. And then I put more and more judgment on that part of my body. And then I could never change it because it was a lie. You can't change something that is a lie. So, what lies have you been telling yourself about your body? And what have you decided you can't change with your body that you actually can if you would stop judging it? Everything that is times the gods and will you destroy and create it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, on his shorts, boys, meons. So that was the beginning of the judgment. And then obviously you grow up and then you just keep judging and you keep judging and you keep judging until you get to a point where your body is almost like an inconvenience, something you have to put up with, something that you have to deal with, something that you have to handle, and it's no longer a joy. You've killed the joy of embodiment with the judgments that you keep projecting onto your body. So everything that is, and everywhere you have been compiling judgment after judgment after judgment on your body that kills the joy of embodiment, can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Whew, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, on your shorts, boys, meons. So for years, I really felt like I had to suffer this world, like I had to suffer this reality, that I was stuck here, that I didn't have choice, that I had to be here and I couldn't leave. And I also felt like if I did leave, I would have to come back here again. And I didn't really want to come back here. My body and this reality was a source of pain and suffering and trauma and drama and upset and grief and sadness. And that was at the age of 21. When I should have been out enjoying my life, enjoying my beautiful body, enjoying the joy of embodiment. Instead, I had pain, suffering, sadness, grief, all that fun stuff. But behind it all, I knew something else was possible. Like, I knew there's something else here. I knew there was some other possibility, and I came here for some kind of a possibility. I knew that I chose to come here, even though I felt like I was stuck here, but I knew there was another possibility. And I went through a whole experience in my early 20s, which was kind of like a whole, what this reality would call a breakup, a breakdown. But really, it was an awakening. It was really me waking up to a reality beyond this reality that I could create here. And one of the things that came true during that time, it was like from 21 to like 20. The whole episode happened at 21, but and the years after that began my journey looking for something different here. But what came through during that time was that I was going to I was going to dance, I was going to find movement, I was going to do yoga, and I was going to find body work. Now, I had no idea what body work was. I didn't ever hear about anything got to do with body work at that time in my life, but that's all I heard. I heard body work and movement, and anything got to do with movement, basically. And the movement I already knew. I already knew that the dance was a space for me where I could actually start to access me. And so I began with the movement. I began with the dance, and the dance started to show me and bring me back to my body. And through the movement, I began to access the joy of body again. And through the movement, I began to remember. I began to access me. And it was not until later on that I found the tools of access consciousness. And And that was when I first started to hear about body work. And access really has been access consciousness, and the tools of access and the body work of access is really has been such an invitation to me to come back to my body. Up until then, I was running away from myself. Even in the dance, even in my movement, even in my exercise, like I used to run a lot, I was still running from myself, and I was always trying to get away from myself, and I was never really present with my body. I didn't have a kindness with me. I was not kind to me. I was constantly judging me. And one of the beauties of access bars, a lot of you know about it and some of you might not, but access bars is the beginning of actually receiving you. It's where you touch all these different points on your head, and it's like releasing all the judgments you have of you. It is actually a body process. Access bars is a body process. It works on your whole body. So I began with getting my bars run, and then I started to get body processes. So I would go every week to my friend, Rachel O'Brien, for body processes. And she would run this body process that you learn in the foundation class. And you also receive it in a 3-day body class. She would run this process on me, specifically a lot on my stomach, on my belly, where I had held so much judgment, so much sadness, so much wrongness, so much trauma, and also where I'd really also tried so hard to heal everyone else and locked it into my stomach, locked it into my belly. And these body processes began to dissolve that judgment. It was like pouring liquid gold into something that I had made so hard and so solid. Because judgment creates solidity in your body. It makes your body solid. It makes it hard. And I had become so hard on me. And these body processes were like pouring liquid gold and melting that. And that was the beginning of me actually starting to get a presence with my body and a gentleness and a kindness. So what is the gift of embodiment that you know you can access? What did you choose to come here and embody for? And are you choosing it? Are you choosing to embrace the gift of embodiment? Or are you still seeing your body as something you must handle, put up with, deal with, suffer, endure? Whew. Everything that is times the Godzilla, can we just try and create it, please? Right round, good bad, pop pock, on his shorts, boys me hands. The having magic with your body and with all bodies, because when you have it with your body, then you get to create magic with other people's bodies, is receiving the gift of embodiment. Most people do not see their bodies as a gift. Most cultures, most families we grew up in don't actually receive their body. What if you could be different? What do you know about bodies? What do you know about embodiment that nobody else knows? And what are you judging yourself for? What do you judge your body for? What do you judge other bodies for? I see, Ira, your question about food, judging your body with food. I'm not going to get into such specific topics on this call, and this is just a kind of quick, like, call here today. But I did do a call on changing your relationship with food. So if you're interested in that, just reach out to me. I'll give you the details. But you could start with looking at, let's just look at judgment as a whole, right? What do you judge your body for? And then what do you judge other bodies for? And then what if underneath that judgment is a capacity and a strongness and a gift that you have? So everywhere you've taken a strongness and a gift and a capacity that you have to change something and turned it against you into a judgment against you and your body, can we now destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pad, pock, only shorts, boys, me aunts. So, what is right about your body that you're not getting? What did you come here for? What did you choose embodiment in this lifetime for? What do you know about bodies? What do you know you can create with a body that you can't create without a body? How many judgments do you have of you that you project onto men? Or how aware are you of other people's judgments of their bodies and then perceive it in your world? And then instead of perceiving it, you make it yours. So, because someone just commented on some men are ugly, I begin to judge their looks. Is that really your judgment, or are you aware of the judgments that they have of themselves? So, everything that is times a godzillion, can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pad, pock, only shorts, boys, and means. So, I used to walk down the street and someone would be walking in front of me, and I used to hear in my head, oh my God, she's so fat, or she's got a fat ass. And then I would go into massive judgment of myself for being such a mean, horrible person. Well, was I really judging that person, or was I hearing the judgments they had of their bodies in my head? How many of you can hear the judgments other people have of their bodies and you think they're your judgments? Everything that is times a godzillion. Everywhere you're making all the judgments you hear other people have of their bodies, yours, can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, only shorts, boys, means. So, what if that is actually magic with bodies? What if it's actually magic with bodies to hear other people's bodies? What if that is a gift, a talent, an ability? You can hear other people's bodies. Okay, sometimes it's not fun stuff. You hear you hear their judgments, but that's a capacity. That's an ability. Are you using your capacity and your ability, or to create greater in the world and for you, or are you taking that capacity and that ability and dynamically using it against you? Whew. Everywhere you've been using your capacities with bodies, the magic you have with bodies, and turning it against you, can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, only shorts, boys, and meows. So, one of the gifts of the access body process for me has been pouring consciousness into my body, because that's what the body processes do. The body processes pour consciousness into your body. And when you have enough consciousness in your body heals itself. You also, with enough consciousness in your body, have a kindness with your body, have a gentleness, have a communion. So it became very difficult when I had enough body process. And I continue to take body classes all the time, get body work, receive body work, have body processes run on me. I'm constantly receiving body work because I'm here with a body. And my rule of thumb is if I don't have ease, joy, and glory with my body, I'm changing it right away. That's a priority. I have made my body a priority. Some people make, cars, houses, whatever a priority. My number one priority is my body and me. If it's not ease, joy, and glory with my body, I go get body work. I change it. I take care of my body because this is what I have here, my body. I live with my body. You can take everything else from me, but I have my body. I'm present with me. So, would you be willing to start receiving the gift of your body? The true magic with bodies is your ability to receive your body. What if there's nothing to fix, nothing to get right, nothing even you really need to change? What if right now you could really just receive your body? And maybe you put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or even find those places in your body you judge and you have judged really badly. And put your hand there. Put your hand on your belly if you judge your belly. And maybe just like be with your body as it is right now. And say thank you. Like, thanks, body, for putting up with me. And what does your body know? What abilities does your body have? What if you didn't have to control your body? And what is your body asking for? And what capacities do you have with your body? What talents and abilities do you have that the world is asking for? How many of you are healers? How many of you have healing bodies? Chances are, if you're on this call, you have a healing body. And are you using your capacities, your healing body capacities, to create something greater in the world? Or are you using it to judge you, to limit you, to hide you, to control you? So everything that is times a godzillion can we destroy and create it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, puck, on his shirts, boys, meons. And Kahish had asked me to do this Zoom because we're going to Dubai to do a 3-day body class. And like one of the magic of bodies for me, like how I get to access the magic with bodies, with my body, with other bodies, has been from like receiving this body work and allowing consciousness to be poured into my body and getting that, like, there is a gift to embodiment. Most people are not accessing it. But you know what? I'm going to access it. Because I know I came here to create something different with a body.
Emmy?
Yeah?
Can I ask you a question from the Portuguese chat?
Yeah, sure. If it's quick.
Yes. My body is willing now to receive only for me. Like, it's not willing anymore to trade body processes with other people. She's saying that her body is willing to receive just from her at the moment. Is she's asking if she's like avoiding people, or what would be that?
Well, is that really her body or is that her head?
Wow.
It sounds like her head. I mean, bodies like to be touched, guys. But how many of you try to control that? How many of you are dynamically controlling your body? Who you've decided will, how many of you decided who you'll receive from and who you won't receive from? Bodies like to be touched. Your head might not like it because your head might not like it that it can't control it. and your head likes to control everything. And control is one of the ways you dynamically kill the magic you can have with your body and all of your life. Magic is about receiving. How much receiving are you having if you're not allowing other people to gift to you? If you have to control everything to make your life happen, how much energy does that require of you? How much do you try to control everything with your body? That is going to dynamically kill the magic you could have with your body. There is a different reality available here for you in having the joy of embodiment. It's going to be up to you to choose it. Would you allow your body to show you what it requires to have, to access, to be the ease, the joy, the glory? And the magic is when you receive, right? You can't have magic without first receiving. You have to be willing to receive. The reason we get our bars run and we go to body classes and we continue, like I don't stop going to body classes. I'm 8 years doing access. I still go to body classes all the time. I go to 3-day body classes, I go to advanced body classes. Because why? Because the body processes teach me how to receive again. We've judged, we have separated, we have condemned, we have concluded, we've done all these things to stop ourselves from receiving. Yet receiving is our greatest gift, and it's a capacity that we have. The body work teaches you how to receive again. And when you have enough body work, you really get to access what's possible with bodies. What if you could instantly change your body just by asking it? My body changes shape every other day. What if that is magic with bodies? What if you could touch another body and just by your very touch, their body gets to change? What kindness do you know is available for you with your body, and that then you can also gift to other people's bodies? So, what do you know about bodies that you've been pretending you don't know? That if you acknowledge it, you know it, and really start to choose to create with your knowing, would actualize a totally different reality beyond this reality. Everything doesn't know that. Can we just try and create it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, on our shirts, boys, beyonds. Okay, so I'm going to do a little exercise with you. And it's like steps in creating magic with your body, say. Okay, so I'd like you all to look at something you'd like to create with your body. Mute someone.
Can you say that again, Amy? Not clear.
So look at something you'd like to create with your body, something you'd like to ask for or create with your body. Or it could be even something you'd like to create with other bodies. So get something you like to create with your body. Okay, now get the sense of what it would be like to have it. Whew. Now, lightly state your desire or your ask or your request. Ooh. Now, ask for the universe to support you. Ask for consciousness to support you. Now, ask your body to show you what's required to actualize this, to have this ask show up. Body, show me what's required. Whew. And it might not be what you think it will be. Now, don't be vested in the outcome. Don't try to determine how it will show up, when it will show up, the way it will show up. And when the magic occurs, acknowledge you and your body created that. So, what if you could start to create with your body and not try to fight against your body? If you're creating with your body today and you knew ask and you shall receive is a true reality for you, what could you ask for and what could you receive if you were creating with your body? Everything does allow that to show up instantaneously as if by magic with total ease. Can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, on a shorts, boys, me ads. So go out, play, explore, have the curiosity you had when you were a child. Ask your body questions. Ask what's underneath the judgment. Look for the strongness underneath the judgment. Is it time to actually claim, own, and acknowledge the gift of embodiment? The gift of your unique body that you chose, that you created. And now I'm going to take me and my body to a movement class. So I just want to thank you all for joining me. If any of you, would like more joy of embodiment, more consciousness with your body, you're invited to many 3-day body classes throughout the world. I have one coming up in Miami, the start of August. I have one in Orlando, the middle of August. And then we have one in Dubai. We have a beautiful venue in Dubai, a beautiful room looking out on the ocean. That's September the 3rd, I think, to the 3rd, 4th, 5th. I'm also, if any of you are in Dubai, I'm going to be doing a movement class in Dubai and also some talk to the entity classes. So check them out. There's also a bunch of other facilitators around the world doing 3-day body classes if you've taken foundation class. If you haven't taken any of these classes, maybe have a look at the Access Bars class. That was really the beginning for me of accessing a presence and a kindness with my body. And then everything else after that was just more and more and more of the joy of embodiment, of everything getting greater. And what if you didn't have a problem to fix? What if you just had more and more of you to discover? So you're so welcome, Reem, Diana, Dasa. Thank you, Abir. Thank you for all the thank yous. Amazing. You might want to go back and listen to this again. There was a lot of questions in here. So the replay will be sent out to you. Sometimes my emails end up in spam folders, so please check your spam folders if you don't receive the replay and mark my email as safe. And yeah, I hope to see some of you around the world at some class sometime. If you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook, Amy Shine. Thank you, everyone. I think we can stop the recording, Kahish. Thanks, Kahish. Thanks for sparking this. Thanks, Abir. Thanks,